everybody, it's Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library. Thank you very much for coming in for another STEM project. Now today, we're not just going to do the project, we're also going to talk about a very special African American woman of achievement as well. So, we're going to first talk about our project, Balance Buddy, and then our featured personality, Miss Norma Merritt Scalaric. Okay, now, first, shout out to the Leap Into Science program. So they provided the inspiration for our project, and it's called a Balance Buddy. So what is it and what do you need? Well, a Balance Buddy will get you to thinking about balance. So do you know what balance is? Okay, when you don't fall, that's right. Okay, so when you don't fall, but okay, you're not moving all over the place, that's right. So when you're balanced, everything is just right, is controlled and steady. So we're going to see if we can steady and keep our buddy controlled. All right, while we think and talk about balance and also about Norma Merritt Scalaric. All right, so what do we need for our balance buddy? I'm glad you asked. All right, so this is really an easy project. You just need a few things, so put them up. So we have some clothespins. Okay, so we have one just like with the peg top. We have some here with the clamp. Now be very careful of these guys. So if for ones who, for our youngest scientists, if you need help, if you need assistance, please ask for help so you don't get hurt, okay? So ask your parent, older sibling, guardian, caregiver, all right? While we appreciate that you love science, we love your health and safety even more. Got it? All right, thank you. Now, need some rubber bands. And we have some pipe cleaners. And a little marker. All right. So basically, I'm going to put this to the side, and I'll just start it up. Just start the project a little bit. So we're going to start with this. You can start with either one, but you can start with this type of clothespin if you have it. And if not, there's a lot of ways to make balance buddies, okay? So if you don't have this, you can start off like with a pencil and use that instead. And now we're going to take one of the pipe cleaners and we just wrap this around. Okay, you make that nice and tight. It's like almost like you're making a person, right? And then once you do that, you can just like keep twisting it around. And you can do more than one, but I'm just going to show you how to get it started. And then you can take it away for your own self. All right? And basically, you're going to add your clips on here. And then I'll add another clip on here. All right? Then you can add some rubber bands. And you're just going to make a structure, right? Oops. If it falls off, you just put it back on. And then I'm just going to decorate. I'm just going to put a little smiley face on. And just like that. Now you go ahead and decorate your balance buddy. All right. Just hold my guy up one more time. So there. Hello, new buddy. Everybody say hello to my new buddy. And I also have a buddy I put to the side. So I'm going to work with that buddy after we talk about Norma Merritt Scalaric. Now, I'll introducing to some and reintroducing to others this astonishing woman of achievement. Now, she was the first African American woman who was licensed to be an architect in the United States. And so, not only just the country, she was also the first licensed African American woman architect in the states of New York and California. And if that's not enough first for you, Miss Norma Merrick Skolaric was also a co-founder of a firm with 3 last names. Okay, so she had 2 partners. So one last name, her name was Stiegel, of course, Skolaric, and then the third partner's last name was Diamond. So the full name of the firm was Siegel, Skolaric, and Diamond. And that firm, at the time that these 3 women became partners, it was the largest female-owned and operating architect firm in the U.S. Now, she grew up an only child to parents Amy and Ernest Merrick, and she was born in Harlem, New York, and she grew up and spent most of her childhood in Brooklyn, New York. Now, there, she was a young student. She excelled in math and science. Norma also had an especially close relationship with her father. Now, she grew up during the time of the Great Depression. Now, if you know anything about history, you know the Great Depression was a time when it was hard to find jobs, it was hard to find food, it was hard to make a living for a lot of people. So she learned the art and occupation of carpentry with her father. And with that, she did work during the Great Depression. So she was a young girl who went to school, but she also worked as well. It was not uncommon for children to help their parents to work, okay? Really work real jobs, even when they're young at that time in the 30s. So do your research. You can look that up. But anyway, it was Ernest Merrick who suggested to his daughter that she consider a career in architecture. And because, you know, she liked math and science and she also excelled in design, she took him up on it. So she went to college, and after graduating, she applied for many jobs, and she was unfortunately rejected by 19 different firms before she landed a position that allowed her to use her skills and talent. Now, she went on to have a long career, and she has many achievements, many projects which are still standing today. So I'm just going to show you 3 of them, and they are this one is the U.S. Embassy, and that's a building in Japan. This is another one of her projects, Terminal 1, and that's in Los Angeles, California at the airport, Los Angeles Airport. And this one is a building called Mall of the Americas, and this is in Minnesota, in the state of Minnesota. Okay, so she has many projects around the country that bear her mark to this day. She was once called the Rosa Parks of architecture. Norma Merrick Skolaric, she helped many up-and-coming architects because she lived and she knew what it felt like to be either the only African American in a room, the only woman in a room, many times during the course of her career and life. So, now we're going to bounce back again to what is balance. What is balance again? Having a steady position. That's right. You're not falling over. Do you think about balance often? No, okay, so only when you fall. I got you. So when you lose balance, right? Then you think about it. Now, balance also means you're able to keep control of a position. Now, what happens if there's no balance? Now, if there's unbalance, what happens? We know exactly. You might break something, or it may fall, right? So, unbalance means something may tip over, or it may break, or be damaged. That's correct. Correct. Now, why is balance important to an architect? Why would it be important for Ms. Norma Merrick Skolaric in her course of her career to even consider or think about balance? Think about it. She's making buildings. And we don't want buildings to, we don't want buildings to fall over, right? So that's why, to think about balance, you're also thinking like a designer, you're thinking like an architect, you're thinking like a builder. So that's why we want to honor all of our builders and all of our role models. Some we know, some we have yet to even meet. So we salute Norma Merrick Skolaric, Rosa Parks of architecture. All right. So how are you doing with your balance, buddy? Okay, let me see. Okay, so you're almost done. So you just want to tighten it up? Okay, so in the meanwhile, I'll show you my little balance buddy right here. All right, and then I'm just going to move my chair to the side. I'm going to also now see if I can walk and balance at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to move my chair. I'm going to start back here. All right, I'm going to put my balance buddy on my finger. And this is what you also can do once you get your balance buddy straightened out. Okay, now I'm also going to see if I can walk. Whoop! Uh-oh. All right. Let me see if I can balance again. Sometimes you have to keep trying. And look, my balance buddy broke. So once again, what do? If our buddy falls apart, put our buddy back together again. Absolutely. All right. So, let me see. Let me make sure our balance buddy is good. Sometimes it takes a minute, guys. My balance buddy is getting jiggly. Woo! Alright, so if I can't walk with him, I'm going to try to walk. I'm going to try to balance my little buddy and walk at the same time. Let me see if I can do it. Now, you can also challenge yourself once you finish. Are we ready? All right. I'm going to do 5 steps. Count them out for me. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Balance buddy still intact. Now you can balance it like this, or you can take your balance buddy and balance your buddy on your finger. Let me just put, sometimes, well, this is also a good lesson. You have to find where the balance is, you know, especially if you have different objects, so you can move them around and see if you can find the balance. You may have to change up. You might have to adjust. But that's what it is. That's what finding balance is all about. It's about adjusting. It's about finding the point where you can maintain control and maintain it so it can be steady. All right, guys. So once again, thank you for coming out to another STEM project. And this is Miss T and Balance Buddy. Once again, salute to Norma Merrick Skolaric. Thank you for coming out. And until we meet again, guys, be safe, stay curious, and bye for now.